We're excited to be celebrating our 150th anniversary at Quincy Notre Dame. Although we first opened our doors in 1867, our history began long before that. In 1859, Bishop Junker of Alton invited Mother Caroline and the School Sisters of Notre Dame to Quincy when St. Boniface was reaching capacity.
After several years of primary studies, parents requested that their daughters, who had completed their elementary education, might attend a private school in which they could continue their studies and give special attention to music, drawing, and needlework. In 1867, Mother Boniface, with a group of 10 sisters, responded to this request by opening the Convent School of the Infant Jesus. The school was so well received that enrollment soared from 12 to 116 girls in 1 year. In 1873, the school was chartered as St. Mary Institute. Gradually, a high school curriculum of study was introduced, and by 1894, the school was chartered as a 4-year high school. In 1910, the school was fully accredited, and it was officially changed to Notre Dame Academy in 1924.
One of the greatest changes in the school's history occurred when the Franciscan friars decided to close Quincy College Academy for boys. Because this had been the only Quincy Catholic secondary school for boys in town, it was requested that Notre Dame Academy become a co-educational school. The boys joined the girls in 1940, and the school's name was changed to Notre Dame High School.
By the late 1950s, crowded conditions necessitated the opening of another Catholic secondary school. Thus, Christian Brothers High School opened for boys in 1959, making Notre Dame an all-girls school once again. By the late 1960s, Christian Brothers announced they no longer had sufficient personnel to staff their school. The current students, families, and community joined in an effort to keep their school open. They welcomed the Servite Order to the renamed Catholic Boys High School in 1971.
In 1975, in an effort to provide a broader, more expansive educational program, Notre Dame and Catholic Boys agreed to consolidate. The first co-ed class graduated in 1976 from the newly named Quincy Notre Dame High School.
In 1977, the Quincy Notre Dame Development Program was started under the leadership of the Quincy Notre Dame Foundation. The 1980s saw many changes at Quincy Notre Dame, including the addition of a computer lab and renovation of the chapel.
And then in the 90s, we expanded the library. We added a courtyard, demolishing that infamous portable building. It was time to bring in the first layperson as the principal of Quincy Notre Dame.
In the new millennium, Quincy Notre Dame students began participating in Catholic Heart Work Camp. QND took their mission on the road with its national organization and expanded their reach into the service of others. Soon after, it was realized that a physical expansion was necessary to meet the school's needs. In 2006, QND expanded its blueprint with the addition of the Willer Wing, including new classrooms, conference room, and cafeteria expansion. QND experienced a technology boom beginning in 2008 with the arrival of smartboards and Elmos. After a successful Adopt-a-Mac program through the QND Foundation, a Mac lab was established in 2010. QND began offering one-to-one learning in 2012, with every freshman receiving an iPad. Within 3 years, all students had iPads.
In recent years, we have been so blessed with generous donations and grants for campus enhancements, such as a new choral classroom, renovated band room, new baseball field, and a new football and soccer field.
As much as QND has transformed throughout the past 150 years, the faith, commitment, and tradition of the school remains unchanged. Spirituality and service continue to be the hallmarks of the QND experience. We strive to provide the highest quality education and take pride in honoring and carrying on the traditions of those that have come before us. Whether looking back 150 years or looking toward the future, our mission remains the same. QND seeks to educate lifelong learners for lives of service.